Yeah. I'm riding through my city, that's the boss way. I'm popping tags off of bags, that's the boss way. She sitting pretty in her city, looking bossy. Okay, alright, that's what the boss say. I'm riding through my city, that's the boss way. I'm popping tags off of bags, that's the boss way. She said,
hey guys, welcome back to my channel. While you're here, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Okay guys, so my kids are being very, very loud, and this is going to be a very, very choppy video because I'm going to have to stop and scream. I forgot to mention in my intro video that I started a business. I started this business in December 2019, so like right before COVID hit, and I had all the intentions of having it up and running by the end of 2020. But then COVID hit and a lot of stuff happened with work and working from home and school, and it was just a hot mess. So I kind of like just put it off and forgot about it. I really shouldn't have, because with COVID, e-commerce has been like all-time high. Kind of just decided to pick it back up again a few months ago and really go all in. So I'm doing an online women's clothing store, also known as an e-commerce company. Disclaimer, I am not a professional. You guys are learning with me. That's just, it is what it is. If I say something that's incorrect, which I really hope I don't, because I'm doing a lot of research, but mistakes are inevitable, comment below and let me know. You know, tell me what you think. Hopefully this will help somebody out. All for, you know, helping others. There's plenty of money to go around. So I'm going to go make a few videos actually on the step-by-step on launching your e-commerce company, and at least how I went about doing it. Maybe you can learn from my mistakes, learn something new. Right now it is April, so I set my website to launch in July. So I figured that gave me plenty of time to get everything set up, and we're getting close, but I still have a lot of work to do. So for this video, it will be step one, which is going to be the beginning stages, the free stuff that you can do for your business, the cheap stuff, and the absolutely necessary stuff. So that's what I'm going to cover in today's video. I'll let you know what I did, where I did it, and how much it cost me. Let me start by saying everything I'm about to tell you in this video, I added it all up, and it's about $500 just for like the jump start essentials and what you'll need. And I'm a cheapskate, so I think that's pretty good. Disclaimer, I am located in Virginia. I am in Northern Virginia, right outside of DC, near Maryland, all that, DMV. A lot of the regulations and laws and licensing, they're going to be different everywhere you go. Different by state, by county, it's going to be different. So I can only tell you my experiences in what I've had to go through living in Northern Virginia with starting a business. So keep that in mind, but they're all pretty similar, but there's, you know, just some differences between them. What's the point of starting a business if you're not going to be legit? What's the point? Like, really, what is the point? Now, don't get me wrong. A lot of people will start businesses selling stuff and they won't get all the licensing and things first because that costs money and they want to make some profit first to make more money to be able to do that. I'm not knocking it at all. But at the end of the day, we're all striving to do better and make long-lasting income. And to do that, you have to legitimize it. Now, to start for licensing, you're going to need to get your FEIN number, which is free. You don't need your business license for that. You don't need your tax license for that, none of that. So go ahead and get your FEIN number at, I think it is irs.gov. So you go to irs.gov, it'll ask you a few questions, fill it out, completely free. They'll issue you a piece of paper. You want to keep that piece of paper because they will not reissue it. You should have a folder where you keep all the licensing and certificates, everything that's super important. This is my folder. So next you're going to want to go get your LLC or your incorporation or S Corp, whatever. There's like a bunch of different ones. I did LLC, so that's what I'm going to speak on. So you go to the SCC website. That is Virginia State Corporation Commission. So you're gonna get your LLC, your articles of organization, and you gotta fill out for a registered agent. So that's $100. Okay, next you wanna go get your county business license, also called a BPOL, okay? It's like business, professional, occupational license. I think that's what it stands for. Don't quote me. So every county is different. Now this one was a little hard for me. Let me tell you why. So I started, when I first got my business license, it was in Fairfax County. This was like right before COVID. A lot of counties will ask for proof that the owner of the property, so the person who owns the property, has to give you permission to run a business out of that property, okay? So I had a private landlord, and I basically just asked him. He was like, yeah, it's fine. I went in, filled it out, put his name and number because they ask all that information, and it has to match the records with the county, okay? So that was no problem. So like I said, I kind of put it off. I didn't really go further with the business when I got that last time in 2019, December 2019, and I ended up moving. So then my next place, it's still an apartment, but it's not privately owned. And so then I went back to Fairfax County, and I was gonna do it, but then my leasing office, they didn't give me permission to have a business here. And in my lease, it states that I cannot run a business. So I was like, crap, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? So then my aunt runs a family company in Herndon. So my next step was to go to Herndon, which is town of Herndon, and get my business license moved there. And because she has a warehouse. So I was like, cool, I can have my inventory there. It's plenty of space, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, this is great. So come to find out, with town of Herndon, they require a letter from the owner, a letter. Now, Fairfax County didn't require this letter. Now, town of Herndon asking for a letter stating that I have permission to run a business there. So I go to my aunt. Turns out the warehouse for our family business, it's leased, it's not owned. So then it was like, crap, that's just too much. So then I was stumped. I actually got really, really down about it because I was like, how the hell, like I can't win, you know? So then my aunt was like, well, how about you use my house? Like, you can use my house, you know, inventory, it's fine, whatever. I own it, it's cool. So thank God for that, because, you know, it's honestly not fair, especially if you're running an e-commerce company and there's no foot traffic. I don't even know why it's that big of a deal, but whatever. So she's in Loudoun County. So I ended up going to get a Loudoun County license, which, again, Loudoun County did not ask for a letter. I just had to put her information down. They made sure it matched the records, and that was that. Now, for the business license, it is not a set amount that you pay for it. It's kind of messed up how they do it. So they tell you that you have to estimate how much you're going to make in that business year. And then you pay a percentage of it based on your guess. So at the end of the year, if you make more than whatever you guessed, you're going to pay more. If you made less, I guess you're going to pay less. I don't know. I haven't got that far. I got to make it to a year first. But it's kind of messed up. It's like, you tell me, how much do you think you're going to make? Like, that's messed up. But yeah, so that is, I think, I'm not positive on this because my BPOL was $31, a little over $30. I think that included a credit card fee, but I don't know. But it was like $31, and I think I put it at like $1,000 or like $500 or something like that because, you know, I don't expect business to boom instantaneously. So, and mine was $31. So just a side note, but I think that it's the same fee if it's under like $5,000 or $10,000 or something like that. There's like a cap where if you estimate less than that number, then all the business licenses are the same fee. And then if you estimate above that number, then it's like a percentage of it. And then you're gonna have your tax license, also known as a reseller's permit, sales tax license, whatever. That's done at tax.virginia.gov. This is free, but you have to have your county business license and your FEIN number and your LLC before you can get your tax license, because it's going to ask for some of that information. Now, what sucks about this is that you have to file taxes every month. Even if you make $0, you have to go online, log in, and say, hey, I made $0, and submit it. And it's due by the 20th of every single month. So basically, when people buy stuff from your store, they pay, I think, 6% for Virginia, 6% tax. And then you're basically going to give that to them every month. It kind of sucks. I'm kind of mad that I have to file. Now let's go to the free or somewhat free stuff. Next, you're going to need your business bank account. It is hard. You have to find a good one. You can go to like an actual bank, like a brick and mortar, like Wells Fargo or Bank of America or Navy Federal. But most business checking accounts are going to have a monthly fee, an annual fee. They're going to charge you by transaction. Which means anytime you get a deposit, there's a charge for that. Anytime you use the card, there's a charge for that. Anytime you get a check, there's a charge for that. Anything. They charge for every transaction on the account, which is a pain. But I found one. So there's a bunch of different ones. So it's not ideal for online banking, but online banking can make sense if you're starting out and you don't want to spend a lot of money. Obviously, it sucks not to have an actual bank you can go to, but it works. It does. So there are quite a few, but I went with an online bank called Bluevine. That's the one. And this is not sponsored because I am not that poppin' yet. Okay? But I went with Bluevine because they have 1% interest. I think it was like 150 or 200 transactions are free. They had, what else did they have? And you don't need to have, there's no like minimum balance. There's nothing. You just go online, you apply. They'll ask for like your FEIN number, like maybe your business license number, like basically the stuff you'll already have because you'll have all those licensing things. So yes, Bluevine is what I chose. It was the most affordable. It took about a week for my account to get approved, and then they sent me a card in the mail. They have an app. You can go on their website. It's actually really simple. Now, this free one I'm about to tell you is the actual website hosting. Now, mind you, so I use Wix. It's so easy to use, but you can actually build the whole website and publish it. Now, there's some restrictions here. If you build the whole website, then you can publish it. When you publish it and you're not paying for the website, it doesn't show up as like a website like www.yourcompany.com. It shows up as www.wix.whatever.com or something like that. Like it's not going to be a straight domain. The domain name, mine, it cost me $108 a year. So, and I think I got that on a deal. Like there was some type of deal that I clicked on, but it was $108, and that made it so it was www.shopsweetlikeme.com, and doesn't have like Wix in it or anything like that. Another thing, if you're doing e-commerce, you need the platform for it. Like Wix has the e-commerce bundle, which is going to be basically where they help you to take your payments, they help you do your shipping, and all that good stuff. So that costs money. So you can go and make a website on anything, but if you want to sell stuff on that website through that website, you're going to have to pay for it. And mine was $162 for the year through Wix. So altogether, it was like $270. Okay, guys, so my camera died because I'm a devil. So next up is for free. Let's see. Canva.com will be your best friend. Now, it is free, but you can pay, it's $12.95 a month, and you get access to like more fonts. You get there's pictures that aren't copyrighted that you can use for marketing things. If you guys go to my business Instagram, which is Shop Sweet Like Me, you can actually go on there. You'll see there's like, there's a post on there for brand ambassadors. There's a post on there for free shipping. I made my logo on Canva. I do my marketing materials on Canva. I got my business cards on Canva. I did my swing tags on Canva, like these things that swing off of the clothes, the tag. Canva, everything was done on Canva, and so easy, like very easy to use. So for example, these are the cards that'll be going in my packaging. Let me see if you can. Let's see if it'll focus. So see here, it's a free shipping card. This model picture, Canva, I can use it. It's not copyrighted because I have the subscription. On the back side, you have this whole thing was made on Canva. Again, another picture with models, not copyrighted. Everything here, these cards, Canva, okay? Marketing material, all that good stuff, everything. You can just do so much. It's like, I just love it. I use it for Instagram posts now. I made a customized background on my computer, all that. So Canva is definitely a plus. So next on the list is QuickBooks. I'm not going to say QuickBooks is a necessity because you can definitely go without it, but it will make your life easier around tax time. You want to keep track of all your expenses. If you're paying for marketing materials, you're paying for inventory, you're paying for hang tags, tissue paper, packaging, just anything. My vinyl heat printer thing, tax deductible. You know, you want to keep track of all that stuff. So what I do is I email myself all my receipts within the subject line. I put how much it's for, and I save them all to a folder for 2021 expenses. But I also, on top of that, I log it into QuickBooks. And QuickBooks can link to your Wix also, and you can keep track of your expenses and if you're making profit, all that. And it's all right there in front of you. It'll make tax time easier, and I definitely recommend it. But QuickBooks is not free. So I did the QuickBooks Self-Employed. I think I needed to do the small business one, or there's a bunch of different ones, but I'm cheap. So I did the Self-Employed, and it was $90 for the year. But like I said, you don't need to do it. I definitely recommend, maybe if you don't want to get QuickBooks, making an Excel sheet. There needs to be some way to easily keep track and list out all your expenses and how much money is coming in. It will just make your life so much easier. Phone number and email. Of course, you guys know how to make a Gmail. Gmails are free. Yeah, and Wix also offers the domain, so like at shopsweetlikeme.com, but that costs money, and I'm not doing that just yet. I can hold off on that. So for now, I have a Gmail. Gmails are free. Boom. Now for a phone number, you want to have a customer contact number. I made a Google Voice number, and that is my business phone number. It rings on my phone, but it comes up as Sweet Like Me, so I know it's a business call. I know to answer it professionally. And it gives a way for customers to contact you if they need to. Because you don't want to put your phone number, your personal phone number out there. You don't want to put your personal email out there. And no, you just don't want to do that. And you do not want to put your address out there. So when I was first looking into this stuff, I was like,
oh, I don't need a P.O. box. Like, what do I need that for? It's online.
What are you going to do if someone has to return things? You're going to give out your personal home address for them to send it to? You're going to post that on the website? No. You got to keep all that stuff private. You don't need people knowing your exact address. Like, that's a no-no. So you need to get you a P.O. box. I did mine through USPS at my local post office. It was $176 for a year, and that was on a deal. You don't really need it until you launch. But I would keep an eye out for these specials. Now, I paid $176, but I believe the normal rate is like $250, $300 a year. So I luckily caught a deal when I went on the website. So keep that in mind and keep a lookout on that. So if you're really serious about this, you probably have a notebook or something you're writing notes in, or something in your phone where you're keeping track of to-do lists. Let's go over this. This is stuff you need to put on your to-do list if you want to start an e-commerce company, a legit e-commerce company. So, licensing. You have your tax license, your sales tax license, or some people call it a reseller's permit. You have your BPOL, or business license, through the county. You have your FEIN, or employer identification number. You have your LLC through the State Corporation Commission if you're in Virginia. Then you have your website hosting. That could be Wix or Shopify. Up to you completely. You have Canva for digital design, I guess it would be called. QuickBooks, not necessary. If you're not going to use QuickBooks, at least do like an Excel sheet or a Google Doc sheet, something to keep track. You have your bank account, your P.O. box, your email, phone number. And that's all you need for your list to start. This is a good starting point, most definitely. And that'll wrap up this video for today. In the upcoming videos, I will go over with you buying inventory, doing product photography, private labeling. We'll go over all that stuff step by step as we go. And hopefully you guys can learn with me, because it has been a learning process, okay? I'm hoping to make a nice little series out of this, and hopefully I can help somebody, because I have made mistakes so far, and maybe I can help you guys not make mistakes. If you guys have any questions about starting an e-commerce company, post them down below, and maybe I can include some tips and tricks as I learn them, because I swear I don't know what I'm doing. So when doing this series, I was really fighting with myself about doing it, because I spend so much time, I work all day, I go to school, come home, deal with these kids, and I still manage to spend 2 hours a day at least doing something, whether it's research or looking up this or that, or ordering this or that, or tagging this or that. I spend so much time looking into what I'm doing and figuring out how to do things the right way. It just didn't feel right, for me to just give away the information for free. But at the end of the day, I had to really think about it, and there's enough money to go around. There's enough money out there. You just got to find your thing and stick with it, and we can all grow together, okay? Now, mind you, they say the game is sold, not told. So since I'm giving you this for free, can you do me a favor and go like and comment and subscribe, please? What are you waiting for? Now, go. Now. What are you still watching for? Go ahead. The movie's over. The video's over. Thank you. So comment, and subscribe, and we will see you guys next time.
Hello, this is a prepaid call from
Story of my life. Oh, God. Look, my watch, it knows I'm stressed out. It's telling me to breathe. Because they... Oh, fuck, that wasn't enthusiastic enough. Fuck my life. I'm so ready to go to bed. And clean this room. Or whatever. I did oh, shit, I gotta find here. Hopefully he doesn't stop recording, because then I'm gonna have to go delete shit. My kids are driving me crazy. All right.